Nothing has ever compared to the dread I felt waking up on a Saturday, getting ready to go to a friend's house, and Dad saying,
"You can go see your friends, but first you need to help me in the yard really quick. Shouldn't take long."
A while back, my sister was driving me, my little brother, and my nephews to a zoo, and Brenner said, "Can I sit in the middle seat? I'm a little carsick." No. Oh my gosh! Oh! I felt like such a jerk. I didn't know it was that serious. I thought he was just marginally uncomfortable, not moments from vomiting. I apologized to Brenner, but also said, "You did not properly communicate the severity of the situation." Hey, Bryson's just a bum. Bryson's this, Bryson's that, Bryson's this. Bryson's me, bro. Let me be me. When is that gonna start? Whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there. With open arms and open eyes, yeah. Speaking of math, I definitely experienced the rite of passage of crying at the kitchen table while your dad tries to help you with your math assignment. I was never a good student, but since we moved around a lot, I had to deal with every school system we were in saying, "We do math a little differently around here." So that definitely didn't help with our father-son math time.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it this
I don't
way.
know that way. Why would they change math? Math is
it's
math.
okay,
Math
Dad.
is math.
Despite my cartoonish proportions, I'm glad I waited and let things take their natural course. And I'm also glad I waited because I stayed natty.
Bryson! Just because they're called parachute pants doesn't mean they work like a parachute! Don't jump!
You can't tell me what to do. I'm my own man.
Oh.
Superman is better than me because this is how it would go if Lex Luthor stole my dog. Where's the dog? I have no clue what you're talking about. Tell me where the dog is or you're next! He's in our pocket dimension.
Wrong place, small fry. The elementary school is down the street. Get it? 'Cause he's small. Yeah, good one. Yeah, pipsqueak.
Well, at least I know what deodorant is, Derek. We even got a bone scan done and found out that my bone age was that of a 12-year-old.
Okay, here are the results of the scan. Travel home safely now. This dude's bones suck! I mean, look at it! That's just shoddy workmanship right there!
He wanted to raise a bonsai tree. He was super excited about it, but in classic dad fashion, lost interest and the bonsai tree withered. Then he would try to get back into it and water it and take care of it, but then forget again. This kept happening until eventually the bonsai tree was clearly dead. Despite this, Dad kept living in denial and saying it would come back to life and insisting that giving water to a tree corpse would fix it. Dad, it's time to let him go.
He's just a little thirsty. He'll be fine.
Eventually, Dad was forced to admit defeat and throw the tree away. We were visiting my uncle, and he invited us to go BMX riding on a course near their house.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Are you sure? Isn't your back in bad shape?
Nah, I got this.
This was a good idea.
It was cool when I surpassed all my older siblings, but him doing it would be cringe and stupid, so I'm not gonna allow it to happen. There, fixed. One time on a road trip by the coast, Dad wanted to drive our Suburban onto the sand with all of us in it. Dad, no, don't do it. We'll get stuck on the sand. Please, no.
We're doing it! Woohoo! We're sinking! Don't worry, I'll just hit the gas pedal harder.
Wow, who could have predicted this? This should have been the moment where I realized that adults don't know everything, but embarrassingly, it took me becoming one to realize that most adults are just children, but bigger, some of which have access to the nuclear launch codes. Kinda a bummer, I know. At our old house, the screen on our porch door broke off, and Dixie got used to jumping through the empty door. Dad fixed the door and even made a special hole in the screen next to the door for Dixie to walk through instead of the door.
Yep, that's not going anywhere.
This is one of the only times I've seen my father just give up. He left the door without a screen after that. My dad has quite the ability to turn a phrase, but some quotes were so powerful that they only needed to be said once to become instant classics.
Yeah. All right, give me the phone, I'll talk to him. Brody, you need to stop peeing on your brother. How old's your son? He's 15.
But of course, we can't forget my favorite one.
Son of a
I had demolished Brody and Brayden so many times that I unlocked the final frontier of Mario Kart skill, a forbidden technique known as item smuggling. In the game, the strongest items are given to the people in the back of the race to even things out. Basically, you purposefully hang back in the race to cycle through the best items, and then use them to take shortcuts and sweep in at the last moment to steal a victory. This strategy is especially mean because if you succeed, someone is getting teased with the chance at a first place spot for the whole race, only for you to snatch it from them in the last second. I've done this countless times to family and friends to dunk on them, and I finally fulfilled my childhood dream of being better than my brothers at something. With my enemies defeated, my thirst for victory was finally quenched. Now, I know what you must be thinking. This guy must be pretty bad at everything else if the only thing he can brag about is being good at a children's video game. And to that I say, yeah, that's pretty true. Just let me have this, please. Mario was definitely a great part of growing up, and I'll always have fond memories of playing games with my brothers, and it's been nice to finally defeat them. Little brothers gotta take what we can get. And in all seriousness, it was very sweet of Brody to always help me find hidden secrets and beat levels that were too hard for me. And I'm very happy to have so many great memories gaming with the boys. And using the plastic Wiimote was real fun as a kid. Look, Mom, I'm driving!
He's never getting his license.
Hey, Bryson, look over here. I've got a toy for you.
No, look over here. I've got a snack for you.
Whoa, he's looking at both of us.
Should we get him checked out?
Meh, he's probably fine.
Eventually, my parents took me to the eye doctor and ran some tests.
Look here, buddy. Follow the pen. Yep, just like that. Okay, all done. Have a lollipop. Yeah, his left eye's looking a little lazy. There's a few things we can do to try and fix it. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to fix his critically low IQ, though.
Why do his eyes look like that?
My left eye would drift. Sometimes I'd be wall-eyed, and sometimes I'd be cross-eyed. I think this baby is a dud. Send it back and get a new one. They tried putting a patch over my good eye so that the left one would pick up the slack, and they tried prescription glasses with a stronger lens on the left side. Neither worked very well. Plus, I didn't like wearing them because I'm not a nerd. Welcome back to Top 10 Things That Aren't True. Number 1, Bryson claiming to not be a nerd. Number 2, me claiming that I'm fine. I'm not. Plus, the eye patch temporarily turned me into a pirate. There's even a family photo of me wearing Mr. Potato Head glasses.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
In fact, there are a lot of goofy pictures of little me. Look at that. Not a thought behind those eyes. As you might expect, I have no idea how this surgery works, but here's my interpretation.
Here you go.
My eye was good as new. Or was it? I can see fine out of both eyes now, but my right eye is very dominant. So when I'm tired, my right eye takes the wheel and my left eye wanders. My left eye is just a slacker, I guess. He's just like me. Since my right eye is usually in charge, sometimes in the middle of doing something, I'll close my right eye and realize that my left eye was looking at something else entirely the whole time. As I studied, I even found a forbidden shortcut. On the Maka Woohoo course, if you use a mushroom to boost off the track at the right angle, you'll land in an out-of-bounds area that corresponds to a much later part of the map. So, when Lakitu saves you, he thinks you're further along than you really were, so he puts you there, allowing you to skip ahead of everyone else. The first time I pulled this trick on my brothers was hilarious.
Haha! Eat my dust, losers.
Little did Brody know, history was about to change. Hi, I'm Bryson, and today I'm finally gonna fulfill a promise I made 6 years ago.
Also, my eyes are kind of messed up. I'll talk about it in a future video. But anyways,
Okay, that's enough of that. Now, I know what you must be thinking. Why did it take you 6 years to finally talk about this? And to that I say, I don't know. Get off my case, dude. You're not my dad. Our story begins 23 years ago. My mom was pregnant, and she, my dad, and all my siblings were hoping for a girl, since she had had 2 boys in a row. Then, much to everyone's disappointment, she had another boy. Me. Little did they know, the disappointments were just getting started. Before I could even speak, my parents noticed some issues.
Why do his eyes look like that?
My left eye would drift. Sometimes I'd be wall-eyed, and sometimes I'd be cross-eyed. I think this baby is a dud. Send it back and get a new one. There's even a family photo of me wearing Mr. Potato Head glasses.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
In fact, there are a lot of goofy pictures of little me. Look at that. Not a thought behind those eyes.